What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
No, we are not ready to say goodbye to Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele. Jamie Dornan was, without a doubt, one of the biggest reasons for the franchise's popularity and success. And now he's saying he's not interested in further films? I don't know about you, but I consider that to be a backstabbing. Now, rumors are circulating that the characters have cast a different actor for the role already. Who? Let's find out.
You're a man of honor. And you treat people well.
I always associate the words 50 Shades with Valentine's Day. Naturally, since every film of the franchise was released just in time for the day when you send a card, often anonymously, to the person that you are romantically involved with. The third installment in the 50 Shades film franchise follows 50 Shades of Grey from the writer Kelly Marcel, and 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed is based upon the third film in E.L. James' 50 Shades series of books. But is this the last novel? More importantly, is it the final film? Well, the answer to this question is a bit complicated. You see, some of the already familiar actors would give anything to appear in yet another continuation of the franchise. On the other side, there are some actors who would refuse millions of dollars to at least make a cameo or two in the potential continuation. Then, there's the popularity of the films in the trilogy. The third film wasn't as successful as its predecessors, and that makes it more difficult for the creators to create another movie. Back when they were anxiously anticipating the third installment, the poster said that you don't miss the climax. Based on those posters, the third film serves as the conclusion of the franchise, meaning that this is the climactic film in the trilogy. Since 50 Shades Freed was the last novel back then, viewers expected this to be the end. But things changed, and now the demand for another continuation is huge. We also feel the need to mention that most fans expect the last book to be adapted into two separate films. You know, just like Twilight. Interestingly enough, the author of the book stated that she got inspired by Twilight and she actually went to write 50 Shades as a project similar to Twilight, but with more explicit content. Obviously, her idea was incredible as it proved to be quite successful, and the series grossed over $1.32 billion worldwide, making it the 7th highest grossing R-rated franchise of all time. Although the films were poorly received critically, fans are craving more of the very addictive story, and even though there is no official news confirming that 50 Shades 4 is happening, that doesn't mean we should lose hope, because as already mentioned, some actors would give everything to appear in yet another continuation. One of those actors is Marcia Gay Harden, who portrays Christian Grey's adoptive mother in the series. In numerous interviews over the years, the actress said she's quite interested in the idea of reprising her role in Grey, 50 Shades of Grey as told by Christian, James's novel that retells the original book from Christian's perspective. I'm trying to now think about what would Christian's point of view be. Would mom even be in it? Harden told People in 2017, she rescued him. She was a doctor, she rescued him. I don't know, would I be in it? Yeah, sure, I'm game. Another thing that makes us believe 50 Shades 4 is happening is the fact that this is one of the highest grossing franchises of all time. There's one thing we know for sure, Hollywood loves franchises that make a lot of money, meaning that it's just a matter of time until 50 Shades 4 goes into development. Sadly, it's time for the bad news. Jamie Dornan said no to 50 Shades 4. According to Jamie, he'll appear in another continuation under one condition. He said that you need to smash the like button if you want him to reprise the role of Christian Grey. No, but seriously, he's not interested in the franchise anymore, which is really heartbreaking because as his biggest fan, I just can't imagine someone else playing that part that particularly launched the actor's career. The first movie was released in 2015 and its follow-up came in 2017, with the third film premiering 1 year later in 2018. All three films are based on the books of the same name by E.L. James. Jamie also played Grey in all three films with his beautiful and talented co-star Dakota Johnson, who is the lead female of Anastasia Steele. It came as a surprise to learn that Jamie is no longer interested in the part, but what does he think about recasting? Let's find out, shall we? More than a couple years ago, he stated he wouldn't appear in another 50 Shades film because there's no more books to adapt. But now that the author rewrote the first two books from the perspective of Christian Grey, he stated another reason explaining his departure. Did you guys know that the author originally wrote those books from Anastasia Steele's viewpoint? Anyways, fans hope that these films would be given an adaptation at some point, but he says it's not a good idea. Maybe he's right, since they are basically the same storyline but written from a different perspective. We might see a repetitive plot which won't make any sense. The lack of material and the fact that he and Dakota are too old to play such roles is the reason for him not to reprise his role in yet another continuation. At least that's what he believes. Also, the actor stated that the films made him really successful, which was too much for him. Being in the spotlight was so much and it was overwhelming. But did you know that the TVD star Ian Somerhalder was almost cast as Christian Grey? Yeah, we were surprised as well. Honestly, that's not a bad choice. Not at all. I mean, he's charismatic, he's handsome, and would make an enjoyable appearance in the Red Room. Back when the news broke that the popular novel series was getting a screen adaptation, fans of the novels were losing it on the internet, with all of them suggesting their perfect fit for the lead roles. Most fans wanted to know who would play the dashing Christian Grey. So, when rumors about Ian Somerhalder being cast to play the character emerged, a lot of fans were excited, happy, and anxious to see the actor in such a role. The Vampire Diaries fans understand just how perfect the actor was for the part, but when the creators cast Jamie, Ian's fans were devastated, and now it looks like we might get what we all wanted after all. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed just how similar Damien from TVD and Christian Grey are from 50 Shades? This is why the creators of the franchise initially considered Ian for the part. Ian actually talked about being cast in the franchise during his 2012 interview with E! Online. When asked if there was something he wanted to say about the rumors, the actor said, "I think that's going to be a very interesting story to tell. It seems like whoever plays that role, it'll be very interesting rehearsal time. The audition process is going to be interesting." When he asked who he would cast as Anastasia, he said, "My Anastasia? I don't know. There are too many good Hollywood actors to name. Maybe Nina Dobrev?" In another interview, Jamie was asked whether he'll be bothered if Ian replaces him in the next part of the franchise. In 2016, Jamie appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel Live. The host asked the actor if the rumors about Ian replacing him in the next films are true. "Supposedly I heard that Ian Somerhalder is replacing you in that. Do you know anything about that? Is it true?" Jimmy asked, and Jamie's reaction? Well, he laughed and he said the speculations were false because he already filmed the sequel of the film. That would be really hard for them to do considering we shot both of the movies. That's an expensive mistake, I'll put it that way, but good luck to him, he'll be great. What do you guys think of Ian replacing Jamie in the potential 50 Shades 4? According to Ian, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. Oh, and did we mention that his ex, Nina Dobrev, bought Ian the book 50 Shades of Grey back when they were dating? We'll see you in the next video.